Hello, everybody. Welcome to a wonderful Cell stream. We are back. Also, Cell's here. Hi.
I interrupted. I'm sorry.
But yeah, we are back from TwitchCon. Hello. Hi, Mac. Hi, Coco. I click off of VTube Studio, Cell, before you scroll. Yeah. Hi, Mac. Hi, Coco. Welcome in, everybody. Hello, DZ. Oh, Tormunculus. I remember you. You're the guy in the cool suit who was typing to talk. I remember you. Hi. Hey, 40. Hello.
Hello.
So I call it a jumpsuit and I'm gonna crash out. I am so sorry. I didn't mean to. I couldn't think of a good word to describe what that outfit was called. But
Hello.
hi, Cell. Well, yeah, we are back from TwitchCon. I hope you all had a pleasant time when I was gone. So yeah, how you doing, Cell? I'll give you.
I'm doing good. I want to send you one thing real quick to look at.
Oh, yeah?
Let's just say I made a good decision.
Oh, okay. Oh, nice.
Yeah,
I'll ask you more about that later.
Yep, definitely. I just wanted to show that.
Okay. Everyone's been calling it a jumpsuit. I'm sorry. Honestly, like I said, I don't know what I would call it. That's like the first thing that came to my brain as a thing, but I could see that not being what that is. Like I said, it honestly kind of makes me think. I don't know. I'm gonna move on. But yeah, sorry I didn't pop in the second I got home and streamed like everyone else seemed to do though. The night before, I spent 16 hours in an airport. So the following day, I was like, all right, let's go. Exhausted all day. Just like, And then I remembered I threw away like all the food in my house, and then I had to do a big grocery store trip because I'm like, I'm going to be gone a week. And so I only had like non-perishable food in my house, and then it kind of just became a thing.
Hello.
Hello. But yeah, so so TwitchCon. God, I feel like I've forgotten how to do this whole like talking thing. Jet lag plus chores plus light. Yeah, exactly. But TwitchCon was great. It was something this year. Yeah, well, okay, TwitchCon. They didn't really announce anything that I was really like ooh about at all this year. I think the only thing I was like hype about with like the opening announcements was the you don't break streaks anymore if you watch a clip.
I like that there's an indie guild.
Oh yeah. The retro and indie game and the D&D guilds. Those were cool. I didn't sign up for any of them, but an RE9, baby. Yeah, that was pretty hype. That was.
How are you hyped for RE9 yet you did not even play it?
I don't need. I am such a fan. I didn't need to play the demo. I was already sold.
Yeah, okay.
I say as having not played most of Resident Evil.
You've only played one.
No, I played 1, 5, and 6.
You haven't even played 4?
No.
What? My God.
I was there for the Tubas and the Capcom panel. You know, it's same. Like, usually the only like the last few years we had good announcements at the opening ceremonies, though. This year was kind of boring as far as that goes.
The clipping feature.
I also think it kind of felt very much like they're trying to, like, almost like they're embarrassed that they're a gaming platform, because they kind of went all in on celebrities when they were talking about people doing stuff, celebrities and sports people. You know what I mean? And I'm like, dude, you're making announcements for a gaming platform. But like I said, I don't know. I don't want to be negative. Like I said, I had a great time. So like we all flew in. Sil was one of my friends who I shared like my hotel room with and stuff. Yeah. So we all flew in. I got in at like noon. We sat and hung out for an hour waiting for everybody else. That was fun. We come on, Con, what? God, maybe this is why people don't take breaks. Hi, madam. But yeah, this is
so sad. Sorry.
They popped in and their first word was a slur at me. But yeah, so yeah, I had the cardboard cutout from the background. I was walking around with it. I'm so sad. On the first day it broke. People in lines or something like kicked the bottom like structure apart. So yeah, I'm still not sure if I want to fix that or if I want to just like pin it against a wall and get a new one. You know what I mean? Because my old cardboard cutout is sitting in the corner of my living room. But like behind my couch for anybody who comes over to see. But yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do with the new one just yet. Boy. Okay, so yeah, so our first day at TwitchCon, we did like a repeat day of all of like our favorite places from last year. God,
So
man,
many good places.
oh, 100%. TwitchCon rundown. Yeah. I am I'll be perfectly honest, I am like feeling extra awkward. Like if even by cell standards, I'm like, you know what I mean?
I get what you mean. I am actually currently busy at the moment setting up my audio capture.
But yeah, so yeah, first day we did like a recap of all of our places that we went to the first time or the previous years. There was a lot of stuff that happened this year. But yeah, so we all met up, we hung out for a little bit. Our friend Novella isn't really fond of Mexican food, so our first night there, when we first arrived on the plane, we went and got tacos, and by God, are the tacos in San Diego so much better than anywhere else we've gone. Like anywhere else I've ever had tacos. And I live in an area that has like, we're not that far from California and Mexico, and like somehow just like the whole, if you ever heard the closer to Mexico you are, the better the Mexican food is adage, that is 100% true. Just blackened salmon. I had like a salmon taco and a birria and shrimp burrito. It was so good. But yeah, so the first night, does anyone like Street Fighter? I like Street Fighter. I played 2 way back in the day, because that was one of the games like my grandparents had on their game console when I was like a little kid, like a little toaster. And also but a Wii calculator. And then I played a lot of 4. I do not own 5 though, or 6. But Japanese McDonald's collab with Street Fighter. Yeah, I saw the fry tube thing, or whatever you would call it, of Guile with his hair. It's so good. But yeah, so yeah, we went and got Mexican food the first night before our friend who doesn't like it came. So and then afterwards, and then we kind of just chilled the first day. And then the next day it was badge pickup day, and we were like, all right, we're gonna do all the stuff that we really liked this year. So Sil and Co.
Sil and what?
I said Sil and Co. But I kind of was expecting you to comment on me referencing you faster.
Oh, hi. Yeah, sorry. No, I'm slightly distracted. I'm just here for random funny bits of commentary.
No worries. But yeah, me and Sil and everyone else was like, Sal, you have to eat at the Crack Shack, which is a chicken sandwich place that I skipped out on last year and was like, it's just a chicken sandwich, guys. It's not that special. Even if it's a really good chicken sandwich, it's not going to be that exciting. But I finally went and ate the Crack Shack. Oh yeah, Sil's here. But yeah, so they finally dragged me out to the Crack Shack over by like where we stayed last year. It was good. You know, it was actually really good. Everyone else definitely overhyped it over a whole year of, you missed out, Sal. This was the best chicken sandwich.
It was not overhyped. They're just being a bitch.
Hey. Well, I'm just saying, it was exactly what I thought it would be. It would just be a really good chicken sandwich. Like, you guys were acting like it was the flavor was the second coming of Jesus, and it wasn't. But
what do you mean?
You guys were like moaning every time you brought up the chicken sandwich place. You're like, oh, the Crack Shack. You were treating Crack Shack all year like you treated Wave Tacos. The only difference is that this time I agreed with you with the tacos.
It was good, man. It was good.
Those were really good tacos. I mean, good God. You all missed out on not going to that taco place in San Diego. Oh, man. But yeah, so we went over to the Crack Shack. Okay, the Crack Shack is a chicken sandwich restaurant. I think they also do regular fried chicken, but we just did chicken sandwiches over in Little Italy in San Diego. And when we went to TwitchCon last year, everyone went, but my stomach hurt. So I was like, nah, it's okay. I don't care that much about a chicken sandwich anyway. And then they have a giant chicken statue in front of it. Oh, that place? Yeah, all my friends were like obsessed with it. So day one, after we picked up our badges, we went and got there. Hi, Doublegated. Yo, I was just going to say, we did Underbelly afterwards. That's awesome. I loved Underbelly. Underbelly is top tier.
The beer was phenomenal. The classic beer that they had that was local, amazing.
Oh yeah, I'm actually surprised. Like I do like beer. Like we have gone like within like 2 blocks of one of my favorite breweries, which is hosted in San Diego, and we've never gone there. Which is Ballast Point Brewing. Like, that's in Little Italy, like 2 blocks from the Underbelly. But that's your spot.
Check it out next time.
Yeah, next time we go, we should actually go there. I forgot about it this year until I was like, huh. I was looking at stuff on Google Maps yesterday. But yeah, I frequent it so much to basically know my order. That's awesome. Yeah, no, but yeah, Underbelly. So then, yeah, later that night we went to the Underbelly, which to those who do not know, the Underbelly is like a cyberpunk ramen bar. It is my favorite. It's, you go at night, because like, why would you go during the day? They have so many neon lights. if you ever end up visiting again. Oh, for sure, for sure. But yeah, they have all these like neon lights and signs, and all the drinks are named after quotes from Blade Runner. It's so good. I am hype about that. I'm actually kind of shocked that they don't have any stuff named after like 2099. Like in a certain sense. Because they even say it's cyberpunk themed, so like why don't they do like a throw in like the silver hand from the game? It's a set like cocktail. Which for the record is kind of a lame cocktail. I think it's like a tequila and Coke with cayenne pepper in it. I can't remember. If it's like 3 ingredients and one of them is like powdered cayenne pepper. But yeah, anyway, at the Crack Shack, I got a Thai curry chicken sandwich, and it was okay. I even tried to buy to somebody else's thing just in case yeah, so finally the question, if you guys were in the loop at all, I think you were, about the beguilement about the chicken sandwich thing. Cell finally ate the chicken sandwich there. It was okay. 7 out of 10.
It was amazing. 7 out of 10, my ass. You literally looked at me and said this was fucking amazing and then retracted your statement.
Fine, 8 out of 10. Are you happy?
Okay, all right.
It still gets the chicken sandwich debuff, but it's a step above the standard chicken sandwich. How about that?
What the fuck is a chicken sandwich debuff?
It's like normal stuff I can get anywhere.
So you could get ramen?
No.
You mean no?
That one gets like the vibe buff. It's cyberpunk.
Vibe buff? My God.
Just because you don't know the restaurant meta does not mean you can't come judging me.
I'm not going to sit here and say things have a vibe buff.
Now tell me, is the food at like Universal Studios actually good, or is the fact that you're eating it at Universal Studios make it a little bit better?
I actually don't think that Universal Studios gets a buff at eating it at Universal Studios.
Just like the experience of eating there.
Nope, that has no buff. At least to me.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, you can get ramen anywhere, but where can you get ramen in a cyberpunk bar?
That's fair. I still will say this. Like, don't get me wrong, I liked Underbelly. I want to preface, I liked Underbelly. I think it was the weakest that we had that entire con. Comparatively.
I will say, I think Brooklyn Pizza was the weakest. We both went to that pizza place. Oh, yeah. It was just cold, reheated pizza in a pizza oven. And sure, it was better than like...
Oh, you bought the slices, didn't you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, we bought a whole pizza. He makes it there.
Oh, yeah, no. We got talked out of doing that.
Yeah, you should have, like, when you order the pizza, he actually makes it in the brick oven and immediately plates, like he throws it at you. Like, it was the second best pizza I've ever had in my life.
Oh, yeah, no, we ate reheated cold pizza from that same place.
Yeah, you genuinely should have gotten just the box.
But yeah, so anyway, so yeah, the first day we kind of just hung out. We did, we went to our 2 places we really loved from last year, which was, the Crack Shack and the Underbelly. I would 100% go back to both of those places again. We did not get to do Devil's Dozen Donuts. That was like the last place that we like really loved from last year that we didn't actually return to. But yeah, our first day was kind of just hang out, enjoy each other's company as friends, go eat food that's a little bit further away, you know. But yeah, and then day 1 of the con. So Day one of the con. So they put us back, like, I feel like the line was longer this year, even for the first day. It went by pretty quickly still, but it felt longer. I don't know about you. But yeah, because I swear, like in Vegas and last year, we kind of just almost walked in after, and then the long wait was on the first day, like the badge pickup day. You know?
Yeah, I guess it.
But yeah, so we went in and everyone else but me immediately rushed to go do the Resident Evil experience or figure that out. And I was like, I want to go look around the con first. Hi, Archangel. So I did like a quick once around the whole con, and funny enough, I immediately met Giwi because I found there's this like booth called Mozo Box, and they were doing meet and greets. And on day one, I was like, oh, a screen for like a VTuber meetup. Wonder who's going to be on it. Walk up to look at the thing next to it saying who's going to be on it. It turns on immediately. There's Giwi. I was like, oh, hi. I didn't know you were going to be here. Hello. So that was so cool. I got to talk with Giwi for a minute. And then like walking around with the cardboard cutout this year was so fun because people remembered me from previous years. A lot of people came up and wanted to like meet me and treat me like a celebrity kinda, which is funny because some of the people who did that are significantly bigger streamers than me. So I was having like, I had a couple times where I had bigger like streamers see me walk by and go, wait, is that a VTuber? Come back. In the middle of their meet and greets as I walk around. So like they'd be talking to somebody and they'd be like, get that person back here. I need to speak with them. And I'd just be like, hi. And it would be all behind my cardboard cutout. It was so fun. Yeah, let's see. Day one. So yeah, I went to the big VTuber meet and greet. Met a ton of people, like
1 second.
Okay, like Termunculus. I believe I met Termunculus at the first meet and greet, because there was 2 VTuber meetups where it was like the community meetup or whatever. But I met so many people. Previous years I was a little bit more shy. I felt like I really did like amazing this year. I was like social butterfly. Let's go. Hello, everybody. Hello. You know, it was great. Didn't you end up meeting Kuma? Kuma? I think I met somebody named Kuma. I met a lot of people, I'll be honest. Some of there's some people who are a little bit more noteworthy to my brain, but anybody who I ended up taking pictures with, I did like Twitter posts and I said hi to people and took pictures with a lot of people, and you know what I mean? Like I said, I met a lot of people. I didn't and you know, I didn't end up knowing a lot of the people that I met. Caillou Kuma? Yes, I did actually. They signed my cardboard cutout. Actually, yeah, they actually signed the back of my cardboard cutout. That's so cool. Do you know them? Yeah, I met like Big Nose Bug and Taiga Chama and oh, okay. This is from day 2, but a big highlight for me was I was just walking around the Gamer Subs booth with my cutout, and Buff Pup was doing a meet and greet, and they looked over and saw me getting a GamerSupps thing at the like a GamerSupps free sample, because GamerSupps always has like a free sample bar around their whole thing. And I was just getting a free sample because I'm like, ooh, one of the flavors I wanted to try, right? I mean, I know buy Advanced GG, of course, but you know, you want to try flavors. People put out flavors. It's fine. God, I might be bad at it. I believe it was lean. I never got to try lean. It was purple. Advanced GG wasn't there. That was actually a bummer. I was just like, I wanted to go meet like the Advanced GG people because, like I said, because they sponsor me. But this is the first TwitchCon they weren't at, so I guess you know, it wasn't meant to be, I suppose. But yeah. Anyways, I was at the GamerSupps booth, and then Buff Pup and Shia Bun, I looked up and they were doing their meet and greet, and they had stopped talking to whoever they were talking to, were looking directly at me, and I'm like, and then they were like, hi, and waved, and I'm like, hi. Just internal panic. Just, hi. And I was like, oh no, what do I have to get, am I obligated to get in line for this meet and greet now? Because it was such a big line. That line, it went, here, I'll try to, so, here, I'm just gonna move me to kind of show you how long it was. So right here, this is like the, starting, this is the, like where the line ends, right? Jump, 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 and then there was a huge gap, and then there was like a wall, there was a gap between two stalls and a guy with a sign, and on the far wall there was a whole other chunk of that line that went out into the like external of the convention hall, like the outer wall, and I'm like, I'm not getting to the front of this line anytime soon. If I hop in line, that's like my next 2 hours. Or, you know, maybe not 2 hours, but that's like over an hour of standing in line. And so that's the only reason I didn't do it. I was just like, I want to, but I didn't. So, but yeah, but yeah, boy. So yeah, day one, yeah, like I said, I did a lot of stuff. I mostly just was a celebrity for the first 2 days, I think. I went around, I talked to some people. I tried to meet Matara Khan at the Matara Khan booth, but I'll be honest, I kind of chickened out of spending the $35 to actually meet her. But also, I'm not like rich, so it was just like, or not like rich, not, you know what I mean? I'm not like, that was like, it was already a lot of money, so I was just like, do I spend $35 to talk to somebody who I think is cool? You know? At least the GamerSupps booth was like, if you're willing to wait in the line and possibly get cut off, then you can meet people. You know what I mean? But yeah, no, I was walking around and I was meeting a lot of people, and that was plenty cool for me. I was getting stopped all the time to get pictures taken, and like I said, it was just really fun. But yeah, we ran around the artist alley, and but yeah, no, this year I didn't actually, I kind of spent the first 2 days. On the third day before 3 p.m., she did a quick signing. Ah, interesting. People really like the cutout. Yeah, people always really like the cutout. Well, I will say, I think this year having the "Hi, I'm Celvion" on it made people finally get that the person carrying the cutout is the VTuber. That was apparently what it took. Is just, "Hi, this is me." People weren't claiming, being like, is that your waifu? Nobody was doing that this year. everyone was just like, oh my God, it's you. I love your art, blah, 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 you know? So, yeah, but yeah, the first 2 days I kind of just wandered around and did the whole I'm a celebrity kind of cosplay. Networked and met people and name tag. I have a massive cutout. Just like, yeah, no one was you're not gonna question who I am. You don't need to see my badge. This is me. Hello. I went and actually I went and talked to the Stream Elements CEO also about an issue I've been having with Stream Elements, and I got it fixed. So I have that's why I'm multi-streaming onto Twitter now. I'm able to multi-stream onto Twitter and TikTok. So before it was like glitching out and I had to do some weird stuff to even get it to multi-stream to YouTube. But now it's like I said, now it's got, I can do Twitter too. So I'm pretty happy about that. But yeah, that's cool. I just love that I'm friends with the CEO of Stream Elements on Discord now. That's just really fun for me. I'm like, oh, okay. But yeah, like I said, it was super cool to just walk around and meet a ton of people. What? But yeah, that was pretty much my first 2 days. Actually, on day 2, I did meet somebody really particularly cool on day 2 that I'm like, I actually, so I don't know if you guys know about last year. And this will be the only time I talk about it because you can kind of see my IRL face in it and I don't want to like direct people there. But I actually popped in on a Zentreya walk around stream and got to meet Zentreya. So, but yeah, but that was a really exciting thing for me. I got to meet Zentreya and Camilla. I will say that is something that I do kind of go, oh no, about, is when I meet people who I don't know. Like, they're like, especially if they feel important. Like I've met a couple people who are like, because I knew about Zentreya and obviously and Camilla, but they had people with them I didn't know. And so it's like, oh no, you know what I mean? And I just feel so awkward when you do that and you just don't know some of the people who are on the screen. But yeah, they had these cool little robots for VTubers running around. And I actually was talking to them, and like, for the record, those were the people who were stopping me the most, were the people driving the VTuber cars around the convention. I got stopped by them like every other time they saw me. They were like, is that a VTuber? Get them! It was so great. But yeah, I talked to them and I potentially might have a connection to be able to get to do that sometime soon. So yeah, I might be able to be at your local convention, possibly. I need to talk to them more. Apparently they do way more than just TwitchCon. So but yeah, they were the VTuber Research Club, and they do like the robot driving at for VTubers, and I'm like, I need this. So yeah. But yeah, so what else? God, I am so scatterbrained. To talk to people so I can attend off guy for sure. Hi, Miss Sinclair. Look at me. How are you? But yeah, so hold on. Hi. I totally forgot that I can't bump my desk, and I totally just kicked my desk and knocked my my tracker camera off off of its little stand. I forgot that I've been needing to get a new one of those. I was just like excited. People, hello. But yeah, so but yeah, TwitchCon was so fun. Like I said, I loved getting to just kind of feel like a little celebrity for a day or two. I went to Kaish getting over the con cred. I've been miserable since like about 3 hours ago. I feel that because like I didn't get con cred, but I walked so much, and like I said, the last day of God, what even day was it? Day before yesterday, I spent 16 hours in an airport between both my local and my and the San Diego airport, and it was just miserable. I was like trying to get home till like 2 a.m. and so all day yesterday I was just like destroyed, and I'm still just like exhausted today, kind of, but nothing a ton of coffee can't help. Take that, physiology. I got caffeine. But yeah, mood. Yeah, that's part of why I'm doing a stream so early, is I'm just like, if I waited too much longer, I think I might also just be like, I'm too tired to stream today, guys. I'm like, I need to get this going, and like having like in the process of happening it while I'm higher energy. But hopefully, like I said, give me a few like a day or two, and I should be like woo all the time again and able to, yeah. Yeah, I've actually never gotten con cred. I've gone to a ton of conventions. I've never gotten sick from them though. But then again, like, I don't know. Maybe I just don't touch people or something. But also, I guess the part of the reason why is the last like 5 cons I've gone to, I also have the cardboard cutout, so walk around with me, and the last like 3 or 4, however many TwitchCons I've gone to, I've lost track. I will say, I don't know if I'm going to TwitchCon next year. I think I might try Offkai if I do another convention, unless I get a robot. If I get a robot, then I'll do whatever convention, honestly. I'll show up for anything. But if you want me at your local con, get me a robot body. That's it. That's all I require. Robot body, or even a screen to inhabit. But but yeah, yeah. But boy, okay, hold on. Where was I with the stuff? I was recapping. Cell. Click off VTube Studio. Come on. What? What was I talking about? Yeah. Okay. But yeah, so grr, brain, cooperate, blah blah blah. So yeah, I went to the first VTuber meetup. That was really fun. I went to the LGBT meetup. I actually got to go meet Goblin Fia. That was really nice. They're super sweet. Actually, you know, I will say something I do find funny is I had multiple instances of people who I actually know that I've talked to who didn't recognize me at all in person, despite holding a cardboard cutout of my model. It was just like, hi, you don't recognize me at all. Do not recognize the name, huh? Nothing? It happened twice, which isn't a lot, but it's also like, huh. I think I need to get out there more is what I think is what that means. But yeah, like I said, it was really nice. I got to meet a ton of people. I saw a lot of people around. People were really excited to see me. It was just really fun. I did not see BB No Money. That was the joke, is that BB No Money was always just off screen. Okay, so this is a funny thing. I had still had pictures with BB No Money in it last year where I think I even took one of them. And BB No Money is just in the background. And I didn't know who BB No Money was last year. And I'm a big fan of BB No Money this year. So I was like, oh, and then this year, now that I know who he is, he's not showing up in the background of things anymore. He's just gone. Just did not see him at all. Other than when we went to this like cosplay event that he hosted on a stage really far away. But yeah. Yeah, like I said, I sell.
What?
But yeah, I will say something that was kind of a bummer is that in day one, people had broken my cardboard cutout to the point where it couldn't stand. All the little segments of it got broken between the crowds, and honestly, it just wasn't built very well this year. So, and okay, actually, day two, I accidentally ended up like on the opposite side of San Diego than the con because I followed directions poorly. And I ended up at the protest and was like, oh no, where
what's
am
funny?
I? What?
You know what's absolutely hilarious with that? Is that the entire time you kept warning everybody, be careful, don't go all the way, the protests and shit like that, right?
Don't go to that section
You
of
were
the city.
the only one to mess up and then go to this.
Yeah. That's irony. That's called foreshadowing. You don't think it works in real life. You think like, that's just a TV mechanism for storytelling. But no, I think the world works that way sometimes. I was like, yeah, we probably should avoid this section of the city and don't want to go there. There's the protest, you.
Yep.
And then I get lost and end up at the protest, trying to get to the convention.
Sorry to be to cut you off. I actually have to go. I have to do a couple of things. Fair and important.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Love you
Later,
guys.
so bye. But yeah, I ended up at the protest for a little bit, trying to figure out how to get to the con, and I did get like duct tape and stuff to try to fix my cardboard cutout. But like I said, my cutout is definitely probably retired this year. I'm for sure getting a new one. My only real question is if I should just try to fix it at all, or if I should just like call it done. But yeah, yeah, the cutout's always fun. It's a pain, but it is so fun to walk around with. And if you want that like diet celebrity experience of people being excited to see you as a streamer, I highly recommend, assuming you are streamers, anybody who, if you are a streamer or VTuber or whatever, it is a great way to get people to be like, what's going on with that person? And want to come take your picture if they like the stuff on it. Like I said, it was fun. Boy. But yeah, on day two, I went to leave, and Sam, which was Syl's girlfriend, Syl just left, the person who just left. We were lingering behind because we got breakfast. And Sam was like, hey, I'm going to go on ahead. Just because, I want to get there faster. Because I walk a little bit slower than her. And it was like, yeah, okay, no worries. And I'm like, it's this way, right? And she's like, you can get there that way. And I'm like, okay. So I went that way and never turned and ended up at the protest. But yeah, I had to get duct tape and it was all a whole ordeal. But yeah, yeah, like I said, I got to meet so many cool people. I didn't take as many pictures this year either. Hi, Ski Eye. But yeah, no, I met, I did the Onimusha play, so they had these experiences there, all right? And you could go in and you could like live a little bit of Onimusha or Resident Evil 9. And I only got to go to the Onimusha one. Onimusha looks so fun. I actually played Onimusha 2 on the PS2, so I've played that one. It was really cool. So the Onimusha experience though is you walk in and you're in like a Japanese building with the sliding paper doors, and there's a samurai and he's like, quick, you have to go with me. And you're like, okay. And you get in and like a yokai guy pops out, or whatever the enemies are in Onimusha. I'm pretty sure it's like a yokai or a demon. And they have a whole sword fight, and the demon was like super into my cardboard cutout because he just kept going, you know, like right up at me with it. And the samurai guy's like, oh, he likes her. It was funny. And they did a big sword fight and he died and barely managed to hold us off until we got out, until we were able to get out. Fun little experience. It kind of felt like a haunted house, honestly. But like obviously not scary at all. Just kind of like a fun little walkthrough experience with improv. It was fun. Apparently if you went into the Resident Evil one that I didn't get to go into because the line was super huge every time, you get a whole safe house with a puzzle that you had to solve with a black light. That was really fun. And I went in with a whole entire just VTuber group for that one. That was really fun. Oh, on day one, I really wanted to go to the Iron Mouse concert, and I didn't know about it until it was already sold out. So I didn't get to go. But you want to know the worst part of that, though? The actual worst part of that? About, like, not getting to go is bad enough. But you know what's worse? Our hotel was right by where her concert was. You could hear her concert sometimes when you were just outside at our hotel. And by that I mean I could hear like Iron Mouse or BB No Money or Mori Calliope at various points in the night just being outside. And I'm like, no, I wanted to be there. It was sad. That does remind me though, I need to go. I hate to say I'm probably gonna pay for the VOD to watch that concert. Not sad. I want to support Iron Mouse. I don't want to be like sad because I had to. No, it's sad because I'm like, I don't want to spend more money, but I will probably do it. I'll probably go watch that concert later. But yeah, like we were getting dinner that night and I'm like, I'm so sad I didn't get to go to the Iron Mouse concert, go outside. Oh my God, I can hear the Iron Mouse concert. Where is the Iron Mouse concert? Oh, 2 blocks there over that way. We have to walk past it to go to our dinner plans that night. It was pain. I was just like, no, thing I wanted to go to. But yeah. No, this year I didn't really do so much stuff. I got a bunch of cool things. Got some free samples from some stuff, met a bunch of cool people, got to pretend to be a celebrity for a little bit and have people stop me to take my picture. Like I said, fun stuff. And like, I always love I love TwitchCon. I love doing cons. I need to do more cons just in general. It's such a good time. And I got to hang out with my friends. Like, yeah. But yeah, boy. So yeah, one night I guess to toss back to the rest of the stuff over. So yeah, and then like food wise, we went and got like Brooklyn pizza, which is like New York style pizza, but we got it by the slice and it was in a cold case. So it was just reheated cold pizza in a pizza. He threw it back into a pizza oven, but it was just kind of sitting out at room temp. And that was kind of like, to me personally. And then, still apparently got a whole pizza. Yeah, you could order a hot pizza, but if you want it by the slice, normally in those by the slice pizza places, it's under a heat lamp. And the idea is they sell them so quickly that they only sell one or, if you're selling it by the slice, like when they do those like by the slice pizza places, what's supposed to be is it's supposed to be they make like one of every pizza and they sell enough of the slices that the majority of the pizza never goes bad. Like you sold 90% of a pizza, and if you were to buy a whole pizza that way, it'd be more expensive than a regular pizza, but you didn't waste any pizza. It's good for like tourism if you're gonna walk around, if you're really walkable places, or you know what I mean. So like, but if you wanted like a whole pizza, if you wanted more than like 2 slices, it's generally not worth it. But yeah. And so we went to this pizza place and it was doing that. I will say San Diego is not as clean as the place that I live. Everything was kind of dirty. Like I saw more cockroaches over San Diego in the streets than I've ever seen in my entire life. Of course, I live in a place cockroaches can't live, so I mean, but like I said, it was kind of like a little bit. I feel really bad because on the last day, Novella fell through a grate and like cut her knee up on the pavement. She should probably go get a tetanus shot. We talked about how like that was something that she really needed to probably do as soon as she got home. Just go make sure her tetanus shots are all up to date. But yeah, so yeah, we had Brooklyn pizza, ate a lot of hotel breakfast, Crack Shack, Underbelly. Where else did we eat? We went to a burger place called Hodad's, and I got a burger, and I feel dumb because I got a burger in the style of my local area. And it wasn't as good as the local burgers. So to those who do not know, I live in Utah. I'll just, you know what I mean? I live somewhere in Utah currently. That's like the most I will dox myself at all. And one of the big things in my state that I currently live in, that IRL Cell currently lives in, and part of the reason why I'm open to saying that is just because I will probably not be living here for that much longer. If I have anything to say on it. But anyway, our big thing here is we do pastrami burgers, which is a burger with hot pastrami on it instead of bacon. And that was the specialty at this Hodad's place. And I got it, and it's just like the pastrami isn't as good as the pastrami at home. The burger was good. It was a fantastic burger, but I'm also like, oh, I wish the local pastrami where I'm from. But yeah, like I said, that was really good. We had a really good beer still with that one because we were tired at that point. So everyone was just like, you know, alcohol sounds fun. You know what I mean? Uh, and Sil probably ranted about that one a lot more than I did. Any good desserts? We didn't really do much desserts, I think. I know we did at least. Okay, I got matcha ice cream at the Korean barbecue place. So, one of our last days of the con, we went and got Korean barbecue. Funny enough, our first trip to San Diego Comic-Con or TwitchCon, we went to a Japanese barbecue place where it was like a yakiniku grill it yourself place. And it was basically the exact same as a Korean barbecue place, but with Japanese flavors. Yeah, we went to the same restaurant, and it was a Korean barbecue place with all the same equipment as before. Just Korean flavored everything now. And they even had the old restaurant's name on some stuff around the restaurant. It was kind of hilarious. It was just like, welcome to Mana's Korean barbecue. Okay, cool. Hands us like, here's your silverware. Hands us napkins that says Yukaku Japanese barbecue. Right. You know what I mean? It's just, it was kind of funny. But yeah, there we had matcha ice cream. I think we had a dessert on one of the first days, but I can't remember what it was. What was it now? I'm like, that's gonna bother me. But yeah, no, we didn't really do desserts this year. We never really go too in on desserts, I'll be honest. At one point we talked about getting Insomnia cookies, which is a really famous cookie place, but we never, but it's also like a chain. I just think that somehow we all don't live anywhere near an Insomnia cookie place for the most part. We're all from the cities that don't have Insomnia cookies. So we didn't really do it. Come on, Sal, think. What was the dessert we had? On day one or one of the first days we had dessert somewhere. And I can't remember what it was. Damn it, why did Sil have to leave? Hold on, wait. I'ma just DM. Doobity-doo. Hey. What was the dessert we got on one of the first nights? But yeah, yeah, like I said, it was really good time. Didn't really do desserts. I did do a thing where I did get given, we all got given a, these, you know how in PUBG, they all wear like these chest bags? Like these military chest bags? We got given those for being over a certain subscriber count from the PUBG people. So and those were full of Korean snacks, and that was really fun. So on one of the nights I had a bunch of Korean, like little Korean hard candies and chips and stuff. Yeah. Apparently everyone else doesn't remember dessert either, so maybe we didn't, I guess. But yeah, like I said, lots of fun stuff. We did not do much drinking either. That was a thing that we did the previous year. Is we had the previous 2 years is that we did a lot of drinking and like partying, and this year we didn't really do that. We kind of just hung out and we're chill. So, I am so embarrassed because while I was gone, we had those YouTube videos come out, and episode 2 had an encoding error and cut off half the video. And so I'm like, okay, I'll just private it until I get home. It'll be fine. People can miss one episode. Oh, nope, they did not. Apparently I deleted that whole episode with, so that's just gone now. No episode 2 for my Sucker for Love Let's Play, so sorry. But yeah, no, it was so good. But yeah, nice relaxing time with the homies, exactly. Like I said, I got to meet a bunch of people. I got a ton of cool free stuff and a bunch of cool little bags and things. I got some exclusive Phasmophobia shirts and this cool, like I said, this really cool bag from like PUBG. That's the exact same one the guy wears on like the poster for PUBG. Kind of wish I could have gotten stuff like they had a bunch of like pins and shirts for Resident Evil that I probably could have gotten and I didn't. I kind of regret that. We got to check out this cool new friend slop game. They even called it that, your new favorite friend slop game. And it looked really fun. I actually really want to get a hold of that. I kind of wonder if I think I might have like early public access to it or something. I'm not 100% sure. I'd have to go back and look through all my stuff. They gave the Castle Crasher people were there and they gave me the DLC for free on a cool lanyard that was holographic. I got to play this cool competitive dating sim game, and that one's AI, but it was like AI in like a fun way where you're trying to impress an AI with like they develop like an AI personality, and they have like 5 or 6 of them, and then you're trying to like convince them to date you instead of your opponent, and it was like a competitive like versus game. Like I said, that was kind of fun. Like I said, that to me, that's like a good use of AI, because instead of it being like you actually had to type out your whole answer. And I'm like, if you're going to use AI, like an AI chatbot for a video game, I think that's because like all of the little AI characters had like a distinct personality. So it wasn't like, you know what I mean? It was kind of in the ballpark of like, okay, this is an okay use. You guys had to work on this. You know what I mean? And this wouldn't work without the AI component. So, and it was a neat idea. It was kind of fun. I'm trying to think if there was anything else cool, or if I should move on to like post TwitchCon plans, because that's another thing that I wanted to talk about. Is I wanted to like, you know, I think, you know, it just feels like a good time to come back and be like, so here's some stuff I want to do, and you know what I mean, and start actually like making some plans about some stuff and talking to you guys about like the upcoming weeks. Did the cardboard cutout get hit on? No, but like, did anyone I got caught? No, well, kind of, I guess. Everyone called it super cute. So apparently I am adorable. So I love that. So yeah, so many people called me cute. Zentrea and Camilla called me cute. So like, what? And yeah, like I said, so many people were like, ah, when I walked by, and like I said, highlights of the trip for me were meeting so many people like Zentrea and all Zentrea and Big Bug and Giwi and Big Nose Bug and Taiga Chama and having Buff Pup stop her meet and greet to wave at me. Like she was in the middle of talking to somebody and then got excited and waved at me. And I got excited and waved back. It was so, I was just like, yo, Buff Pup, Eye Candy, and Shia were like, it's a VTuber. And I'm like, it's, yeah. It was great. I kind of wish I could have met Iron Mouse to see if she recognized me this year, like from when I met her the previous year. Apparently we did not get dessert. I swear we got ice cream or something somewhere. But yeah, sorry, I was messaged in like the con group chat. I'm like, what was the dessert thing we went to? And everyone's just like, I don't remember desserts. And I'm like, why do I remember a dessert then? Cute person is cute, water is wet. Why? Yeah, but yeah, everything is expensive in California. Everything is so expensive in California. Like, everything is like at least $2 more than everything here. Everything where I live. Like not even like I said, $2 to $5 more everywhere. Ice cream sandwiches. Yeah, okay, that's what it was. We DoorDashed a whole case of ice cream sandwiches to our hotel on one of the first days. And collectively across all like 10 people, we ate all of the, or actually I think we had 9 people. But yeah, across all 9 people, we ate like 26 ice cream sandwiches. God, now an ice cream sandwich sounds really good. Doesn't help that I came back and my apartment has shut off the air conditioning for the year. They're like, all right, it's shut off for winter. And I'm like, I don't want it to be shut off for winter. It's too hot. And they're like, well, too bad. And I'm like, well, fine. I'm going to open my windows for the rest of the year. They're like, good luck with that. Dessert. Holy cannoli, Batman. A good mint ice cream sandwich is to die for. I love chocolate mint ice cream. Like, mint ice cream is amazing. I will not tolerate any slander towards mint ice cream. And I think a good ice cream sandwich is like the best of like the pre-made frozen ice cream desserts. Like something about like sometimes one of those just hits. You know what I mean? It's just so good. Holy cannoli, Batman. Yo, a cannoli? I love a good cannoli. Yeah, we wanted to do an Italian. I will say, at one point we were talking about going to a. I do think this is funny. So we were gonna go to this Godzilla Japanese or like sushi and pizza place. It's a Godzilla themed sushi and pizza place. Okay. Called Kaiju Pizza. They had like they had some sushi and they had pizza. Okay. And at least I believe they had sushi. I swear they had like California rolls as like an appetizer you could get. But yeah, we decided not to go there because it's not the right kind of pizza, whatever that means. And then instead we went to that Brooklyn pizza place where it was like It was like further away from what we wanted as a pizza place. It was just like, because when we dropped Kaiju Pizza, we were like, let's go to like an Italian restaurant. Goes to New York Pizza. Anyway. But yeah, blah. But yeah, no, I love ice cream sandwiches. They're top tier. So good. I'll get me like a Neapolitan or a cookies and cream. I don't see the mint chocolate chip ones very often, but I like those too. Hi, Lou. Don't you worry. I've been gone for a week. This is my first stream since I got back from TwitchCon. So you didn't... So if it's been a while, about a week, it's because I wasn't here. I bought some ice cream for the summer and was eating behind... Oh, no. I'm so sorry. That's terrible. I punched my microphone. But yeah. Okay, so I'm trying to avoid Pokemon spoilers. The only that's fair. I'm actually really like I haven't been into a Pokemon game in a while, but I hate that the thing that makes me kind of interested is Mega Starmie with its giant legs. I just something about that. I'm like, I love it. That's the only thing I've seen about the new Pokemon game at all is just Mega Starmie. But yeah, so yeah, we went to a lot of fun places. We did a lot of fun things. So, and I will say, you know how when before I left, I was like, I've been feeling kind of burnt out on a lot of things. Just on doing the stream and not really feeling like, you know what I mean? Because they changed some stuff and, you know, 2 steps forward, 2 steps forward, 2 steps back kind of a thing. I got tired of square dancing with Twitch for a little while. I feel better about it, honestly. You know, I've talked to some people. I talked to some people who talked to Dan Clancy. And, you know, I don't feel so bad about it anymore. It seems like it's not... They were trying something and it didn't work out and they're going to kind of back off on it, but they're going to do it quietly. From what I've heard. So they gave some poor answers to it, but yeah, they fixed some stuff and I got to, like I said, I got to meet so many cool people at TwitchCon and I you know, I have some ideas for some fun stuff we could be doing. You know, I really just, apparently I might have just been like overworking myself or something because man, something like that because you know, I feel a lot more invigorated again. So but yeah, so for this year, so I have some cool plans coming up already. We have some fun stuff. I guess first of the things to talk about is, like I said, I'm in the process of converting all of the Celvionites into a podcast for anybody who wants to go watch them that way. Because I know that, you know, I know that that's not always, you know what I mean? It's not always most conducive to sit and watch through a VOD, especially with YouTube, unless you have premium or whatever and you can play it in the background. Did you do-si-do with Twitch? I mean, you know, I was there at Twitch. I got to meet, like, I saw Dan Clancy around and stuff, so I got to, but yeah, I was done. I was square dancing with Twitch for a long time. With the whole, when I said 2 steps forward, 2 steps back, I was meaning like they changed how viewership was monitored for a little while, and it basically all of the momentum I had just built up, because for a while, for a month or two there, I was averaging like 15 viewers, and then it like kicked me back down to like 2 or 3 max, and it still is. But it's still doing that. But like I said, from what I can tell, we're kind of, that's gonna get fixed. So how was TwitchCon? It was really fine. I'm not gonna go back and to do a whole recap because it took us an hour and a half to get through it all. But yeah, I don't know. Boy. Everyone said that I seemed more on top of things. I was very funny this year. Like Sil was just like, wow, you're so much better this year. What happened? So I don't know. Like I said, I'm in a good place again. I'm feeling good. So we're gonna come back into content creation full speed. We already have. So yeah, we've been having the podcast. The podcast is it's got one episode out on Spotify already. If you want to watch Celvion, go back and watch older Celvionites. That's probably one of the best places to watch them. Is just gonna be the VODs on Twitch. All they are is it's just the starting soon and the ending part are gonna be cut down to basically nothing, and any sort of "we'll be right back" or anything like that that happens in the middle of those are gonna get cut out so that it's like a snap. The show just keeps going. So yeah, so anyways, that's already out. We have the first episode is already out, and it came out while I was at TwitchCon with Sil, and then the next 2 episodes of Pokey and Novella are going to be out this weekend. And I'm just gonna, until we get caught up, I'm probably just gonna have them come out on different days, just as soon as I finish editing, going back through them and editing them back down into the little podcast format we're doing. So yeah, that's a thing. I put a link up in the Discord if you guys want to go check that out, give that a follow or listen or whatever you want to do with it. After we get caught up, all new episodes are going to be put up there, not the day of, but within a day or two. So don't worry if that's how you prefer to listen to a long talky thing like that. That is a place that you can go for it. Like I said, I just liked having that as an option for anybody who wants to watch the VODs, because like I know a lot of people like to listen to that kind of show more in that sort of format of just like, I want to listen to them after they are, I want to be able to like, background listening. And I know how bad YouTube can be with background listening for really long streams or videos sometimes. And that's just the kind of stream that I would want to go back and listen to, even if I had. So, yeah. On Monday, we have a new Celvion gonna be happening. It's not officially announced yet because I'm waiting on getting the stuff to make the promo picture for it. But we should be having our first Celvion returns on Monday. Just speaking of Celvion, we got a new episode on Monday. And hopefully, if all things go according to plan, then we should be able to do another one pretty soon after. I actually think that I might try to just speed it up with Celvionites and see if I can just get through all of my list of friends on my list so that I have to move on to like people I don't know. Or I don't know. I can start expanding it anytime. I can do it now even. But I already have somebody who is going to be on Monday. So a dessert tier list right now. Ice cream is top. But hold on, I'll get you a dessert tier list if you really want me to. My bookmark bar. I don't like that one. Over 100. Ooh, too many. Okay. Stop it. All right, you wanted a dessert tier list? We can do that real quick. It's going to be rapid fire, though. And there's going to be a lot of stuff that's just going to go into I don't know territory. But here we go. Gaming. Cut out. Okay. All right. You guys wanted this? Here you go. All right. Give me 1 second. Hold on. Okay. There. All right. So, skip over stuff I don't really know. Angel food cake is like a B. It's really middle of the road. I like applesauce. Baklava is okay. Banana bread is only kind of a dessert. Brownies are S tier. Bubble tea it's all right. Brioche. I thought that was like a sandwich bread. Need to make me a PB&J. Bundt cakes are pretty good. Cake pops are kind of overrated and overpriced pretty much every time. Cannoli. The world's a cannoli, baby. Caramel. Bonus points if you know what that's a reference to. Carrot cake is okay. There's better cakes. New York City cheesecake, S tier. With some caramel sauce on top. That's golden. Chocolate chip cookies, A tier. Chocolate muffins, B tier. Churros, A tier. Cinnamon rolls are S tier. I love a good cinnamon roll. An eclair is the best donut, in my opinion. Cream puffs are really good. Creme brulee is top tier. And if you want to impress a girl, this is a really easy dessert to make that you can impress people with. All you need is a blowtorch and then to like mix a couple things together. It's so easy. Dongo are pretty awesome. Donuts are not as good as eclairs. Danishes are all right. I love dorayaki. Blowtorch will impress boys too. Yeah, no, it's just really whoever. I guess it's just who. It just a blowtorch pudding. It like with the glassy top. That's just that's top tier. I love a good flan. Although I will say flan is not creme brulee is just better flan. French toast. I wouldn't call that a dessert, but it is like my happy food. I used to get that when if that was like a super special occasion breakfast for me. Anmitsu? No, I haven't. What's Anmitsu? Financiers, frozen yogurt. Frogurt's pretty good. I like Frogurt. Fruit salad is kind of a C tier. Yummy, 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 yummy fruit salad. Okay, anyway, fruit cake is gingerbreads are actually pretty solid. I like those. Fruit tarts are pretty good. Hollow is overrated. Too many textures. I'm too autistic for this dish. The worst part is some of the stuff in this is super good. You know what I mean? And it's so pretty. I think we can all just agree ice cream's the best, is actually best dessert. Ooh, look it up. It's really good. I will. I was requested to do this dessert tier list, so I'm just like, I want to get through this first, and then I'll look it up. Key lime pie is top tier. It's the official food of bisexuals. Ice cream cake is... ice cream cake's all right. I think it's the best form of cake. Ooh, lassi. I've only had this once. I'm gonna give it a B, but mostly because, like, I don't think I've had it enough to... Lemon squares. Sorry, that is the official food of bisexuals. Thank you. But so funny enough, that's one of my favorite memes, is that bisexual people sit weird in chairs and they love lemon squares. And you might be thinking, who doesn't love a lemon square? And you're right. Well, I've been outed. Yeah, do you sit in a chair? Do you sit in chairs weird? Do you like lemon squares? You've got to be bisexual. That's just the rules. This is going to be an interesting take. Macarons are good. Macarons are good. They're not that good. Lava cake, I kind of put that in the same tier. They're good. I would eat one. I'm not going to go crazy over it. Macarons are highly overrated. I agree. As are macaroons. In fact, so far I'm not organizing these left to right yet. I'll go back through and I'll organize them this way. Like I said, I'm kind of just trying to get them all on the list. Marble cake's pretty good. Ooh, meringue. I like a good meringue. My mom made lemon squares for the holidays every year. No wonder it turned out clear. Like I said, it's just such a funny, meme to me. It's just like, you know, bisexuals love lemon squares. I don't know what to tell you. It's just I don't make the rules. You can like lemon squares and not be bisexual. But if you're bisexual, you have to like lemon squares. Actually, I'm gonna put madeleines there. Madeleines feel more like an ingredient in better desserts. Mousse. I like a good mousse. Nougat is a muffin isn't a dessert. Pommiers, they're all right. What? How are muffins not a dessert? They're like a cupcake is what you're thinking of. A cupcake and a muffin are different. I will say, like, it's just bread with fruit in it. It's just like it's a non-leavened bread with fruit in it. It's not. You can make them sweeter, but like technically you don't have to. I've had bacon muffins. Did you do bubble tea yet? Yeah, I put bubble tea in B. Not because I don't like bubble tea, because if I was going off of just taste, bubble tea would probably be somewhere in A. I put bubble tea here because I found out that, do you know what the cost is for a cup of bubble tea? About $1.99. Do you know how much it costs to buy a thing of bubble tea? About $8.99. There is an 800% increase. There's like, yeah, it's like 8 times the price. For what it, like, they're making that much off of it, and I think that's not cool. Pancakes also aren't really a dessert. At least in America. Actually, you know, even if I were to open that up to being like, do I want them to be? I would not be that. I don't like pancakes that much. Capitalism gonna capitalize? Yeah. Jello! I love Jello. Popsicles. Popsicles are A tier. I like a good popsicle. Pumpkin pie. There's always room for Jell-O. Yeah. Fun fact, you don't actually have to chew Jell-O. You can just swallow it whole. It's the heat of your body will like it will actually make it so that you can't choke on it. It might hurt, but you can't. But just fun fact for you. No, my tier list. Haha! It's saved. Okay. All right. Where were we? Red velvet cake. It's a pretty high tier cake, I will say. Taiyaki. I love taiyaki. Anything with azuki beans. I love azuki beans. Red bean soup. I've never had this, but I know that if it's beans, it's azuki beans, so it's got to be good. Profiteroles. I don't actually know what those are off the top of my head. Pecan pie is okay. Or pecan. Oh yeah, Selvy, you putting crepes so low has made you a very weak enemy. Great. Well, to be fair, I've only had crepes in a couple of different ways. I'm open to crepes, just me not having had good crepes. Peanut cookies, A tier. I make those all the time. S'mores. God, the more I look at this, the more I'm like, this is a very Japanese and American tier list. I really want to try red bean soup. Me too. It sounds lovely from my own tastes. Strawberry shortcake. It's a very special girl in a very special world. It's a strawberry shortcake. I don't remember the song. I used to have to babysit my niece, and she would play that all the time. Sesame balls, S tier. Those are so good. I get those every time I go to like the Asian grocery store. I think sorbet is, well, sorbet isn't that bad. Sorbet goes in like a C. It's just like bad ice cream. It's ice cream, but not good. Which is still pretty good, but you know, by just format. But it's a terrible picture of an egg tart. It's so blonde. I've never had an egg tart, if I'm being honest. Never had a souffle either. Pineapple. I've had panna cotta. I remember liking panna cotta. I guess we're counting waffles as a dessert too, so they can be A. There's a lot of breakfast food they're claiming as desserts. A sundae. A sundae is just ice cream, but less versatile. You get a good one. There's so many bad ones that are real dry. I could see that. Strudel. I love strudel. Strudel's really good. I'm doing this and it's making me feel very white. Swiss roll. They're God. This is a very top heavy. I might have to demote some things, but we'll adjust in a moment. Let me try to get through the rest of this. Tiramisu. Tiramisu's good, but it's not like that good. Chocolate truffles are pretty peak. Cheese isn't a dessert. Not a dessert. Dates. Dates are a fruit, but they're also really good. I love dates. Japanese cheesecake. I'll be honest, I just love cheesecake. I never had Japanese cheesecake, but it's got to be good. Bread pudding. A tier, really good. Okay, I will say, one of the best desserts I ever had was bread pudding. This is the best dessert I've ever had. Bread pudding made out of stale brownies from a buffet. Like, they had multiple sheet pans of brownies that went stale from not getting served at a buffet. So they did brownie bread pudding. And piping hot on a plate of ice cream. It was the best dessert I have ever had in my entire life. So I had like a scoop of ice cream and a spoonful of the brownie bread pudding over vanilla ice cream. That was literally heaven, the dessert. Like, oh my God, I would eat that. I could live off that. I should not live off that though, because that's terrible for you. But man, was that good. You know what? Butter cookies are kind of the same thing as like the palmiers. From what I remember. Japanese crepes I've never really had. Kulfi, malva pudding. I would like some pound cake. It's kind of just slightly worse marble cake. Goddamn fairy bread. That's it. That's all I've had. All of these down here I've never had, really. I don't think. Yeah. Yeah, no, yeah, never had any of these. Okay, so quick adjustment. Cinnamon rolls, they're up here. You know what? No, I'm still gonna do it this way and that way. Honestly, Sunday is taking a lot of L's right now. Taiyaki over doriyaki. I think I might put that there. I might drop you down as the cannoli takes a loss as well. Waffles down one. It barely feels like a dessert. Bread pudding gets an upgrade. I'll put this up here. Yeah, no, I think I agree with this so far. Yeah, all right. This is it. The reason I know about key lime pie is because of Dexter. Then isn't Jello also not a dessert? No, Jello's a dessert. Jello is like 50% sugar, 50% gelatin, and fruit flavoring. How is cheese a dessert? I mean, okay, I guess there is some cheese. I know there are cheeses that are desserts. That's only if you want it to be a sweet. You don't eat Jello if it's not a sweet. I get the Jello. Okay. So, quick little IRL fun fact about Cell. Cell I have had a job where I had to make food for elderly people for a little while. And they made me make a spam Jello. And I'm serious when I say spam. Like the canned ham meat. Spam Jello. Yeah, no, that's an abomination, and nobody should have done that. I'm just saying. But yeah, so anyways, there's your rapid fire, dessert tier list that you requested. But yeah, anyway, so, Yeah, I want to upgrade all of my stuff. I want to do some more stuff. I want to do some, like, I want to do more collabs. I want to get out of my comfort zone a little bit more. I want to interact with more people because I think like I said, I'm really excited for this upcoming year now. I'm really feeling it. I'm really feeling it, as Shulk would say. But yeah, no, I'm really feeling it. I really think that I think this has got to be the year. This is gonna be the year of Cell. I'm feeling it. I'm really feeling it. There is in fact dessert cheese. I've even had dessert cheese. I actually I had a really good dessert cheese not that long ago. But see, the thing is even dessert cheeses feel more like a snack, because I had a cranberry cheese, like a cranberry goat cheese that you're supposed to take little slices of and then smear it onto a onto like a piece of like of bread or a sweet cracker, a semi-sweet cracker, and that was super good. And it was cheese, technically cream cheese, and cream cheese is cheese. So I mean, like, clearly you can make dessert cheese. It's just, I'm like, cheese is too broad of a term. You have to give me a specific cheese, otherwise you're lumping in like cheddar with like, and you're like, is cheddar a better, like a slice of cheddar, a cheddar cheese better than, like, you know, a brownie? No, it's not. In fact, I would dare say it's probably worse as a dessert than all of that. But the funny thing is that, you know, they're classically in a classic American pie. Kind of want you to eat like a Roman emperor now. Yeah. So funny enough, in a classic American pie, a lot of places will actually put like, cheddar cheese at the bottom of like an American pie on the crust inside the cheese, inside of the pie. It's like a whole like thing, and apparently people still do that. It boosts flavor or something. I can't remember. Block of cheese, grapes, and a fig. That's just a girl dinner, Mac. Girl dinner. Girl dinner. Kasumarzu is a dessert cheese now. Ooh, okay. I think I've heard of that. That isn't the but yeah, no, it just said cheese, and I'm like, I don't think it should. Oh, it's the maggot cheese. No. That's not edible. Throw it away. Get it. Stop making that, France. Brioche is so tasty. All I know is that everyone claims that like our hamburger buns in America are brioche. That's the reason I don't want to eat brioche. Or I've heard that claim before. From not knowing how to properly sit in the chair. But if you also sit weird, you got no chance. I do love lemon squares and sit like a freak. Macarons, highly overrated. That's the thing I wanted to pop up here. On Mitsu, I wanted to look that up before we got too far away from it. It's illegal in our country. It's edible, technically. Yeah, so is an airplane. That one guy ate an airplane. He got famous for eating an airplane. So, I mean, like, you can. Doesn't mean you should. Anything that you can survive swallowing is edible without having to get it removed. This does look really good. I don't know if I'd put it very high at all, because it just looks like fruit when I look up the on Mitsu, but it does look good. I would be happy to be given this. Hey, Vance, outside is a sweet treat where I live, so mac and cheese isn't actually that crazy to me. Maybe it's because I'm American. Because in America, bugs are a very taboo food item. Maybe not taboo. They are very... I can't believe that happened twice. I was not even, like, touching anything. Fruit dongo, a sweet syrup, mochi ice cream. It's like a dessert fruit salad. Technically, fruit salad itself is also kind of a dessert fruit salad, though. But no, I get what you're meaning. But yeah, it's edible technically. But yeah, no, people don't really eat bugs out here. I will say though, I know I just said people don't really eat bugs, but I will say also, I really want to eat a honeypot ant. Because the honeypot ants, they're supposedly, they make honey. They taste like honey. They're the only animal other than bees to make honey. I want to try it. It's the only way to eat ant honey, is to eat a honeypot ant, because of the way they make honey is with their ass. So I want to eat a honeypot ant. That butt gotta be so tasty. I know, right? So I actually found out that they live in the United States. So, I mean, I just don't know where I would go to try one, I guess. But I want to try one. When the cicadas come out in the US to become a delicacy, we don't get cicadas here, so I never got to try them. I've never heard of anybody eating cicadas. That's kind of crazy. I know a lot of people eat grasshoppers. I like never see grasshoppers anymore. I remember when I was a kid, I'd see like swarms of like grasshoppers everywhere. And nowadays I can go years without seeing a grasshopper. That's kind of scary to me, honestly. I'm like, it used to be like, I've seen like a full-on like swarm, like covered a highway for like a football field's length of just like pure just grasshoppers everywhere when I was like a little kid. And nowadays, like I said, I'll go years without seeing them, and I'm like, that's kind of scary. But they done got eated. Yeah. But yeah, like I said, I have a bunch of ideas for this year. Some stuff might be changing here pretty soon. I need to work on some stuff for a possible life change. So we might be able to have some better streaming hours and times and stuff. Grasshoppers are not the future of protein. You know what the actual future of protein are? The actual future of protein is going to be like clams and mussels and stuff. Is it still vegetarian if you eat insects? Not at all. They're an animal. Yeah. R.I.P. soy. I'm going to go ahead and say the thing is that, you know, there's this, like, if you are a vegan, you've probably eaten bugs. You probably eat bugs all the time. I don't want to be this person for you, but pretty much every single product that you eat, just, this is for everybody. There is some percentage of dead bugs that are allowed to be in your food. So, yeah, if you've eaten chocolate bars, you've eaten bugs. If you've had pre-ground coffee, there's bugs in it. Like, there is some amount of bugs. Have you had, like, a lot of have you had anything that's been dyed red? Like, the safe for human consumption red dye is made from insects. I'm not talking about like the red 40. I'm talking about the other one that replaced it. That one is made out of bugs. You know, and so on and so forth. There is a lot of food, of just stuff everywhere that just has bugs in it. A lot of your products have bugs in it. It's It's just, oh, well, the way the world is, sadly. It's one of those, like, you're probably just better off not thinking about it. You've definitely eaten some, and that's part of why I always thought, like, true veganism, where it's just like, you can't eat you know, is a little bit silly. But, well, like I said, yeah, it's like, it depends on what you want, how you want to be about it. Like, it doesn't really bother me. I don't want to eat bugs. I don't mind. Well, it's more of, I don't want to eat like maggots, that kind of stuff. That's where I'm like, the French need to stop making that cheese. That's not okay. Yeah, doing it on purpose. I can see that. Like I said, there's some bugs I would eat. I just don't want to. I just don't particularly want to be doing that. You know what I mean? But yeah, boy. But anyway, so yeah, but yeah, TwitchCon's over. Gonna, like I said, going full into the new era of cell stream for the year. I have some big plans. I'm gonna try to up my like collab content. Sil was talking about this too. We've decided we need to probably do less stuff with just each other. We have some ideas. We have some stuff that we do with each other. We hang out with each other, and we're not like not friends or anything like that. We're still gonna hang out all the time. It's just more of like, we both kind of talked about it and realized that, like, I think we only collab with each other, really. Like, most of the time. And that might be a thing that's hurting us both. Just me, her, and Pokey. We collab with each other and, like, nobody else all the time. And that can't, you know what I mean? That's like, you know, that's gotta hurt some discoverability to never hit anybody else up to do anything. You know what I mean? So, gonna try to get myself out there some more. Yeah, like I said, gonna try to up the amount of family tree looking like a wreath situation. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You get what I'm saying. We got too much. We got a little bit Ouroboros here. We need to expand outwards. So both me and her both are like, yeah, we need to do that some more. So we do have some plans for coming up for that though. So I did get her to finally agree to doing a karaoke collab. I've been trying to get friends together to do a karaoke collab just because I thought that'd be more fun than just me karaoke stream again. And I got her to agree. And I got her to agree by jumping into an ice cold swimming pool with a broken heater. She was just like, I was sitting on the side, just, you know, feet in the water when we went to the pool at the hotel. And she's like, it's so cold in there. And then she's just like, you jump into the deep end. I'll do that karaoke stream with you. And I'm like, deal. Jumped into the pool. And she's like, oh, fuck. Wait. It was great. I'm like, deal. Yeah. I didn't want to jump into the cold pool, but that's, you know, I'm not like that against being in the cold pool. So that's going to come up. And then I guess the other collab we did talk about doing in the future is an archipelago stream where we like take a group of 4 people and we all play different games, but we have to earn the stuff to progress in everyone else's game, and we can't win until everyone wins. It's kind of a fun idea. So yeah, that's some stuff plans with Sil. Gonna get that figured out as soon as possible. I want to, like I said, I want to start doing some more unique streams. I kind of think that I need to stop doing so many just so many streams that are just me playing a game. I don't mind. I like playing a games, but I want to do. I think I want to try to aim for at least one, or at least like 1 or 2 streams a week where it's not just playing a game. You know, I would love to get into a place where I think optimally I would be able to be in a place where I would want to be able to have like the time openness to be able to do some more planning and stuff. Because part of the issue with like the doing just the games was just like it's convenient for the fact that I don't have to think about it as much. I can kind of just hop in and do whatever, and I don't have to plan some stuff. But I think that would be good, is to try to have something so that like we get a little more chatting in stream, a little more talking with you guys. You know, some more stuff like that going on. What else? Like I said, lot of I want to change some stuff up, make stuff a little bit better. Sorry if this is a this might be a bit of a like a lurch backwards to like serious talk after TwitchCon. I kind of wanted to do some of this talk though, and I felt like we kind of skipped over it. But yeah, like I said, those are some plans for some changes, some upcoming stuff. Yeah, we're gonna something else I wanted to do is I kind of wanted to do some more I have some ideas already for some streams like that I think might be fun. Like I had an idea of, so I've talked about wanting to do voice acting before. What if I do a stream where we just go audition for a bunch of voice roles? We go hop on like casting call, and you guys can live hear me try to like workshop voices and stuff for a like 4 auditions. I just think that might be a fun little thing I can do. Live voice auditions. I don't know if anyone would like. I don't know how anybody could if anybody would like be super into it, but I think that's a fun idea for an experiment. Another thing I really want to do is it's not going to be this Monday, but I found out that Vupe Chat, which is like VTuber Omegle, does a thing called Mentor Monday. And I thought that might be a fun thing to do, would be to go hop on that and try to chit chat some people up, maybe. I don't know. Like I said, I've been trying to think of some like interesting things that I could be doing. Because like I said, I want to do some more like interesting and different stuff. Because I feel like like I said, I feel like this could be my year if I just want to put the work in. I'm feeling good about this year. And I haven't like felt good about a year, about like a stream year in a while. Pretty much. Well, I mean, I guess I felt that way when I first did my debut, my live 2D debut, but we're coming up on, I don't even know how long, like 2 years of having the live 2D, give or take. You know, no, I think we hit a year. It'll be 2 years. So, you know what I mean? It wasn't as big of a bump as I thought it was gonna be. So like, I will think that, I think we got something. We broke 1,000 followers. That was a big thing. So like I said, I want to put some work in and see if I can, like I said, really make it my year this year. Do some interesting stuff. But I don't know what to talk about now. I think I covered everything I wanted to say. But yeah, bugs. But yeah, bugs. As far as eating bugs though, like I said, I have like 3 or 4 I actually want to try eating. And I think that might, you know what, honestly, that might be kind of a fun idea, actually. Maybe I should put maybe I wanted to eat them anyway. Maybe that's Maybe we could have that as a prize. That might be fun. Maybe I could get like a bug eating stream. That's, oh God. It's an idea. But yeah, like I said, we're gonna work on some stuff that I wanna do some bigger things. I've actually even been considering getting like a manager or something to try to like help me boost up a bit. Give me like yeah. As far as games go, we are probably going to go back to Dino Crisis. Celvion. But yeah, as far as games go, we finished Dino Crisis 1 and 2. We still have Dino Stalker and Dino Crisis 3. So there's 2 more Dino Crisis games. I personally really want to go through, I want to get Little Nightmares 3, and I really want to play through that with somebody. I thought there was only 2 games, oddly enough. Technically, there is 2.5 more. There is 1 more game that is kind of in the universe, which is called Exoprimal. But we're not going to play that one. Funny enough, so Dino Stalker is just, I believe it's set in the first game, but it is a spin-off. Technically, it's a spin-off of a spin-off. So Dino Stalker is a spin-off of both Dino Crisis and a Resident Evil, one of the Resident Evil spin-offs, like Code Veronica. So the thing is that it is literally a Dino Crisis game built off of the Resident Evil Code Veronica engine. So it's just a slightly different one. I believe it is going kind of backwards in setting. I believe it is more in the first game, but I'd have to actually look into it. And then Dino Crisis 3 is in space. Essentially, to my understanding, essentially they use the third energy engine or whatever on a space station, and that's Dino Crisis 3. And then the franchise was dead, and nothing ever else came out of it, really. And then they tried to reboot it, and then it turned into Exoprimal. So an Exoprimal is a new universe that uses similar concepts as Dino Crisis and tech stuff. So Exoprimal is kind of Dino Crisis in kind of in the same way that, like, yeah, you know what I mean? It's in the same way that, like, I don't know. I can't think of a good example right now. But yeah, Exoprimal is kind of like it. Kind of like Dino Crisis, but not really. And I've already decided that I just don't want to play Exoprimal. So I have heard Sil talk about how awful Exoprimal is enough to be like, yeah, I don't think that one's worth it. You know, and you know what? I kind of liked doing these like earlier streams. This was actually kind of nice. I might actually, I might try pushing my streams earlier in the day. The only, like I said, my only problem with doing them this early is that, the only problem with it is that, like, all of my time to do, like, my middle of the day stuff kind of goes to this. And then it's like, oh, well, because, like, today I needed to actually go, I needed to go pick up something. And I put it off till tomorrow because I'm like, I said I'd stream early today. So now I have to wake up early tomorrow also, and then go run an errand. So, but yeah. But yeah, so, like I said, we're going to try to figure out some stuff to do some fun. I want to do some more stuff. We're not gonna, no more hiatuses for anytime soon. We're gonna go back into full force. My surprise for Christmas is almost done. Also, I got an update on that. Like I said, I'm really excited. for some of my little Christmas plans. Still kind of bummed I didn't have any Halloween plans this year. Halloween, honestly, fall snuck up on me. It was like the middle of summer, and then it was like, oh, it's October, guy. It's October, Sal. And I'm like, what do you mean it's October? It was just June. And they're just like, nope, it's October. I'm like, okay. I better figure out Christmas then. So, yeah, that's kind of how this year went for me. It's just like we get about halfway through summer and just snap, oh, summer's over. So I'm gonna try planning out a little bit further ahead from now on. See if maybe that'll help me out a little. But yeah, like I said, we're gonna hopefully be back to doing daily streams. Probably around the old time, maybe a little bit earlier. I want to try to aim for a little bit earlier, because I really don't need to be like, I really don't need to be starting at 7, 8 o'clock at night, really. But yeah, so yeah, like I said, daily streams, pretty much daily. Back to how we were. And I'm gonna try to find some new stuff. Like I said, we're gonna finish up the Dino Crisis franchise. I want to find somebody to do Little Nightmares with me, because God, I loved the Little Nightmares games, and boy, do I want to go through the new one so bad. I kind of want to get that RV There Yet game. I've seen some people play that, and that looked really fun, driving around in an RV. They're so damn amazing. They are. But yeah, and like I've said this before, if you guys have any games that you guys want me to play, please let me know. I will do my best to try to, like I said, I suffer from a thing called being poor, but I will do my best to figure out ways to play games. If I can manage it. And like I said, we're just gonna go full into this new year. Like I said, I'm feeling really excited about this, excited about it. And I actually did get offered another sponsored game that I was looking at. Hold on. I got offered another sponsored game, and I'm not sure I want to take it just yet, but it was like a cool indie horror game, and I'm like, ooh, maybe that would be fun. I need to double check it, because you know, that's the problem with getting some of this stuff through sometimes through the contact me email. Sometimes they'll give me just links, and it'll just be like, I don't know if I trust that. You know what I mean? I need to go double check this. So yeah. But yeah, I got offered a really cool game that we might be also playing here pretty soon. Like I said, like I said, I feel reinvigorated. I feel like I could conquer the world. I want to do so much more cool stuff. I'm gonna try to not let like I said, my big goal for the year is I don't want to get in my head again like I did last year, like the last little while. I want to see if I can avoid that, and I really want to see if I can make this my year. So what else was happening? And I feel like that's it. And then I'm like, no, I want like 30 more minutes. 30 more minutes of talking. But yeah. I think I pretty much covered everything I wanted to talk about. saw some cool games at TwitchCon, met a lot of cool people. Something that I thought was crazy. You know, there's something that I do love about Twitch is that, you know, you go to an event like TwitchCon and you meet some people, and then you find out later that they were like super big streamers that you've never heard of. Something about that is just like, it feels kind of special to me. I'm just like, oh wow, you know what I mean? It's just kind of cool. It's just because I had that happen a couple times where I got like followed by somebody, and I went and hopped onto my I actually went and hopped onto my Twitch tracker, and they're just like, you know, big streamers following you or whatever, and it was just like, it went from like 3 people to like 30. So I'm like, oh god, 30 people? Like, they're like 30 huge people. Like, I went and looked at some of the people that it was saying were like huge streamers that follow, and I'm like, oh my god. You know what I mean? Oh dang. So but yeah, what was my favorite memory of TwitchCon this year? Probably meeting, you know what, okay, so oh dang. But yeah, no, I actually think my favorite memory of TwitchCon this year was probably, you know what, I'm actually gonna say, I think it was meeting Giwi on accident. Not like not that I wouldn't have been happy to meet Giwi anyway, because I actually really like Giwi. I think Giwi's really funny. I actually watched her her debut when she first started streaming. But just the fact that I didn't know she was there at all, or she was gonna be there, and I just walked up to see like, oh, what's this gonna be? Turns on Giwi. Oh my god, Giwi, what? I actually think that that was a big highlight. That was such a, just a surprise, such a nice surprise. You know, first in line on accident to meeting a big streamer that I liked. I thought that was really nice. I think that was my favorite memory from the con itself. I'll be honest, I didn't hang out with like my friends much at the con itself. I kind of went off and did my own thing a lot. But you know, like when I was actually, across the board, I don't know. I feel like there wasn't really a moment that I was like, that was my favorite from hanging out with my friends, like the Giwi thing, but like meeting Giwi and meeting Zentreya was also a pretty big one. But yeah, with my friends, it was kind of like the whole, you know what I mean, when like hanging out with my friends outside of the con, it was always like an 8 or 9 out of 10, like, you know, the whole time basically. So it's like, it's hard to be like, this was a good time. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's hard to be like, that was the peak, when the whole time it was great. So, you know what I mean? If that makes sense. But yeah, like I said, as far as the con itself goes, I think the highlight was the surprise meeting of Giwi, or maybe running into Zentreya. That was a pretty big one. I don't know. The whole experience at TwitchCon of just having so many people be like, I've seen your cardboard cutout around, you're so cool, want to take a picture, blah 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 blah, you know, that stuff. That was just so, it was just nice, you know? It was nice to feel like people were like, I was interesting and people wanted to see me, and you know what I mean? That was just, there was just something special about kind of getting to feel important like that, I guess. You know? And it was just like particularly nice to have that sort of vibe and feeling going on. So I but yeah, and then, you know, like always, it's always wonderful hanging out with my friends. Every time I see my friends, like the whole time we were there, a lot of it is just, man, I wish we all lived in the same city. Why don't we all live in like the same city? Why don't we all at least live within like an hour or two drive from each other so that we could at least hang out occasionally? You know, and that was that was also a vibe that we had a lot of the time we were all hanging out, is just, man, I wish we could all hang out more. But you know, here I am, president of the It Is What It Is club. I think I quoted that wrong, but still. It's like #1 leading champion of It Is What It Is. But yeah, like I said, but yeah, like we are, but yeah, to those who did not know though, today we are live on Twitter. I actually bit the bullet and did the thing so that I can stream on Twitter. So we are live on Twitter, which is kind of fine. I have no idea how many people actually watched on Twitter. I never got any chats. 16. Oh, wait, 16. That's cool. Hi, Twitter. I'm like, I just glossed over that and I'm like, oh, wait, 16 viewers. Yeah, hi. But yeah, but yeah, we should have been live on TikTok. I don't know if we actually are. I didn't really check on that much, if I'm being perfectly honest. I set it to be live on TikTok, but yeah, I'm gonna try to be live on everything I can. I want to, like I said, we're gonna try to push it this year. Like I said, stream every day we can. Gonna go full force. I want to try to have pretty regular Celvionites. I really want to have I have a bunch of plans for bigger projects that I want to do. I'm really feeling it. I have some ideas for some cool things that we're going to be doing this year. So like I said, I'm excited. Yeah. But yeah, that was my favorite moment, was probably just meeting some people. Or if not that, probably just getting to see my friends. That's always peak. You know, I didn't always get to do all the stuff that I wanted to do. Like I said, I got to the end and I'm like, I can't believe I never did the Resident Evil thing. I wanted to do that. You know, but you know, that's kind of just the way every trip goes. You know what I mean? Things don't always work out exactly the way you want it. But and you know, I especially have learned my lesson about trying to stay and be the last one to leave. Being the last one to leave at a convention isn't fun. Because I was mostly just like, I think it'd be nice to be one of the last to leave so that I can like get lunch or something with everybody at the end. But then I did not do that. I mean, I did. But then I stayed an extra 6 hours after everyone else left. After already being there for about 6 hours. It was not good. Not good at all. But yeah, I'm still wanting to complain about that, because like, how do you delay a flight that much? You know, they just kept delaying it and delaying it. It was so bad. But yeah, but yeah, like I said, I really want to do some stuff with, I actually want to finally get my music done. Like I've been saying for a while that I wanted to do music. I actually am planning on just like bumping that up. That's a big plan for this year. I really want to, so we're gonna release something. I'm gonna get it figured out. I think that we can do something with that, and I think all I need to really do is just like, I'm gonna try to do better with I'm gonna try to do better with my finances, because I feel like I don't exactly make the best decisions financially, and I end up not having money for a lot of projects. And I feel like if I just plan stuff a little bit better, I could have more money to throw at some things. Like I don't remember the last time I got new art. That's a good example. Like sell art. The last time I got art that I paid for was March of last year. You know what I mean? Like I need to work on some more things like that. So, I'll be honest. I wanted to stay on this for like a little bit. When he's a real roadblocker. Oh, 100%. But yeah. You know, I wanted to hit 3 hours. I might wrap up here pretty soon, honestly. Like I said, I'm still kind of tired from traveling. I'm so sorry. I'm so tired from traveling. We are, like I said, we're gonna try to get all my stuff up, and we're gonna be. I want to be doing this everything in a just much more. You know, I am gonna do better. I promise. I have a lot of big ideas, and we exhausting mentally and physically. Yeah, but also like it's more just like I feel bad because like I feel like I shouldn't be tired, because I'm even saying I'm feeling energized and like more gung-ho about the upcoming year, but I'm also like I'm too tired to keep going. But you know what I mean? Like I said, I do just kind of feel a little bit tired, just everything. You know, I had a day to rest, but that still doesn't feel like enough. It doesn't help that I keep waking up early. I've been trying to stay up late because I have to go back to doing like the night shift stuff. And you know, if I'm going to be doing night shift again, I'm like, I need to stay up late. And so, you know, I went back to doing that, trying to do that. And I'm still waking up at like 10 o'clock in the morning. And I'm like, no, I needed to sleep into like 1 or 2 come at least. But, funny enough, I actually am probably going to have to go get some energy drinks or something to get through this year, to get through tonight, to get caught up where I'm supposed to be. And I just think that that's kind of goofy. But yeah, but yeah, like I said, I feel like I shouldn't be so tired, but I'm tired. So I might start wrapping up. Hopefully tomorrow I'll actually get some proper sleep, and we will be able to actually hit the ground running the way I want to. So let's see here. So yeah, tomorrow we're probably gonna do, yeah. So yeah, anyway, so I'm glad. But yeah, so tomorrow we're either going to start up with some more, probably start up with Dino Crisis or Dino Stalker. I think I need to, I don't actually have that line like pre-ready. So I'll probably go try to get that set up tonight before I go to work. So yeah, we'll do some like Dino Stalker, I think. And then Dino Crisis 3. I think we can get those done fairly quickly. Just cause, you know, like none of these games have been that long. And I'll try to think of what we're gonna be doing after that. Like I said, I'm looking forward to this upcoming year now. I'm feeling good about it. But I guess with that being said, I think I might just wrap up here. We've been streaming for 2 hours and 45 minutes. That's pretty long. Not as long as I would like, but we were doing a just chatting stream, and I haven't streamed much recently anyway, so I think we'll just call it a slightly early tonight. But after today, but yeah, so after today, we are gonna go full force, and I'm gonna try to do everything I can. I'm gonna try to stream every single day. We're going to I was not expecting to hear that song today. Me either. And we'll like I said, we're gonna get our karaoke collab with Sil scheduled. We're gonna get our we're gonna get on doing some Dino Stalker and getting the rest of the Dino Crisis games done. Now I gotta go listen to the whole thing. You're welcome. We're gonna go on Monday. We have a Celvion night with Viper. Although, like I said, it's not officially announced just yet, so expect a thing with the questions, like an official announcement with the questions and everything. Pretty much any time now. I'm actually probably gonna DM her about the stuff to make the promo after I'm off of here. Actually, it's been a good catch-up stream. Told us what you got up to, future plans, dessert tier list. Great time. Yeah, for sure. And but yeah, so like I said, I'm gonna try to get some we're gonna get some good stuff going. I have some big plans. I'm feeling really good about the future. It was a good way to get all caught up with everybody, let you guys know what's been happening. I am sorry I didn't post more pictures of food or record anything. I did meet a lot of cool people for tech stuff at TwitchCon, some of which I want to actually do and use. Others, like, you know, I kind of took cards, but I need to actually go through and follow up on a lot of that stuff, because I actually want to this year, because the previous years I kind of just like whatevered with a lot of that stuff I got given. But this year I want to really want to finish this song. Anyway, I really want to go through and actually try to talk to a lot of more people and kind of get some more work done. Like I said, I have big things, big plans, big dreams, big hands. Anyway, and yeah. All right, but with that all being said, I think it is time to probably wrap up for the night. So, just because, like I said, I'm already kind of like, trying to just think of some stuff to say. So, but yeah, like I said, after today, we're going to get back into it. So, I think I'm gonna raid. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully, I'll see you all tomorrow. Like I said, I got Big stuff. Gonna do a lot of big stuff. Big stuff. I don't know. All right. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Grr. Who raid? You raid? Okay, how about, yeah, let's go with they're doing like a thing. Grr. All right. This seems like a good person to raid. No, they're away from screen. Dang it! Come on, somebody. Why am I so indecisive? There we go. Found somebody. Not even gonna look this time. I'm just gonna go for it. All right. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all had a cell of a time. If you enjoyed the show and you haven't yet, please give a follow. It really helps with the algorithm and my self-esteem. We should be, like I said, we're back again to daily streaming tomorrow. We're going to be live every single day from now until forever, or pretty close. Almost, at least. If you want the best place to be up to date on all things Cell, I highly recommend the Discord. That is where you can be up to date on me. You can talk to me, say stuff. I will react to things that you say. That is probably where I will also ask your opinions on stuff for a stream and stuff like that. Check out our socials. We should be posting stuff fairly regularly on everything again. We have a merch store. We're sponsored by Advanced GG. Use code Celvion10 at checkout to get 10% off. I have a throne if you'd like to help me get some stuff, and we have a merch store, which might be getting changed up before you know it. So, thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you all have a cell of a night. Good night, everybody. Good night.